Welcome. I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on a program called SortTables, and we've picked it up for the first time in a couple years, and so we've been modernizing things. And the last thing we left off with was we installed SwiftLint, which was I don't know, a pain in itself, and then started working on the myriad problems that it exposes, or at least likely problems or potential problems. Okay, well, where we left off, we had about 800 warnings. I spent, I don't know, maybe a couple hours, at least an hour, knocking out a bunch of these. So all the ones that are like, you should have had a comma here or a space here or that kind of stuff, I took care of them. If they looked like any kind of thinking thing, I left them. So we still have 140 things. A lot of them are duplicates, and some of them probably aren't really problems anyway. So we'll see. All right, so we're just going to go through those. If we finish, let me add this to to-do. I did mention we had some updates to EGTest. Really, it was Kaleidoscope that had them, but we might want to put that package in here. I suspect there are places that could benefit. And then, I don't know, we'll figure out where to go from there. Okay, so the issues. All right, so... All right, test case accessibility. So what they want is the methods, if they're not an actual test, starting with the word TEST or the letters TEST, then they should be private. Now, I think the deal is, yeah, we made this a table change delegate, which says I need a method for this, and I don't think it can be private. I'll build it, but I kind of feel like that's not going to work. Yeah. Okay. Mark it internal. Well, it was still complaining about internal. Okay, but let's do that. And then the error is, oh, is it going away? No. Okay. Now I think the SwiftLint, I just had looked it up. SwiftLint : disable. And then we have to find the name of this is test case accessibility. And I'll put it at the bottom here. Enable. Make sure that addresses it. Okay. Same deal, I think. Yeah, we're a table change delegate. We can make this internal, but disable, enable. Okay, now I think I'll just sort. Look for test case. Let's just deal with all these. Balance, setup, and tear down. Okay, well, we don't have a tear down. Okay. See who uses this. Well, they really do use it. Okay. Well, enable that. Can't see who uses it. It's local. Okay, these are delegates. We'll make it private. See if somebody complains. That one we can't. Excuse me. This one probably can be private. Excuse me. Oh, it's there's probably a delegate down here. Yep. Okay, I guess those were not terribly problematic. All right. Extension access modifier. So I think what it's suggesting is doing this, making them default to public. But I feel like it's complained when I've done that, it complains it doesn't like the public there. Even though it kind of says that's what you do to fix it. Yeah. Prefer not to use them. So if I can get by without it, I will. But I don't know if that works or not. Okay, I guess it does. That's extension something. View to disappear should call super. Okay, next bunch in a localized string. So I think, well, let's see if we can, in this localized string require bundle. So, okay, so I got to put, okay, I could just use bundle main. So mostly we have this form, key something comment. Okay. Well, I'm going to be proactively breaking up the line a little because I'm pretty sure that is going to be a problem. And I'm not really making it take that much more space by doing this. Yeah, we can just better. Missing something. Oh, I see. All right, so these are my menu items. That's worth knowing. I think that'll do okay. Made one more change after. Strong IP outlets, weak delegates. Those all sound painful. All right, we can fix this line thing. Thought I got these, but I guess not. Some spacing thing I'm not quite getting here. I think that's okay. Trailing white space. I don't know. My editor's supposed to be doing that. I don't know what that means. Okay. Well, we'll get some trivial ones. I'll leave the IB outlet ones for now. Let nothing else return. Well, I don't think anything's going on there, is it? We try and cast it to Windows C and we get a nil or not. I don't think this is doing anything. Whoops. It's probably boilerplate, but we'll leave that. I got a lot of these convenience type things, don't I? Okay. Yeah, I mean, when they did their big release of Swift, right, they had a converter thing that would run and do most stuff, but I guess these minor versions, it's not quite up to it. I mean, I don't think IntelliJ is a perfect product, but you know they've had a lot of time and they've got a pretty broad base to work from, and it really shows that some of this stuff they've done a great job on it. Xcode's just kind of not really keeping up. And the language has got, I don't know, it's got some syntax to it. Mostly it's okay, but it just, I don't know, some of it. I mean, I think the closure stuff from a usage point of view is great, but not so easy to parse maybe. Okay, so the rest, I've got a bunch of these IB stuff. I guess I can do this convenience type. The problem is if you have only static members like this, they don't like a class for that. They just want an enum, and we don't put any cases in. And it's kind of a coincidental way, in my humble opinion. But like, okay, I don't see the harm really. Avoid instantiation. Like, really, you're gonna make one instance? I don't know. So this is convenience type. Let's see if there's others. I think there's a few. Yeah. Okay. SQL support with a bunch of statics. I kind of don't like the complaint, because it seems like I'm much more likely to add regular functions than I am to add union cases. All right, let's test. Now we're getting into stuff that's not as obvious to me. Private outlets. Well, lower ACL than parent. Okay, so I can't make this public because data cell is not public. I tend to do this, make the class public as well, although I'm not really 100% consistent. Now I'm surprised on this outlet things. IB outlet should be private. Creating views using interface builder should be avoided, and outlets should not be declared as weak. I'm sure the reason I declared them as weak because there's a million tutorials and they all declared them as weak. Now, maybe things had changed. I don't know. We do have UI tests, I believe, right? So, other tests. Let's see this test. That's not a lot. Let's run this one. Yeah, I thought so. Now we haven't tested this one in a while at all, probably in 2 years. And the reason is they're so slow. Well, I wonder if it's a change because I recall reading reasons like, "Oh, you really need to be weak because this and this might happen." But I mean, right now, oh, great. Okay, what failed? Import. Well, there's a reason that failed. There is no import menu. I don't think we have to do this anymore. I think we have a default set now. Empty EGTest. Well, okay, so I don't know how we know what this means. Drag bar to first column. Oh, they've changed this too. Okay. Failed to get matching snapshot. No matches found for predicate session 3 in identifiers. I think I'm running with a different data set now. Yeah, this test is just out of date. This one's ignored. No, I don't think we're using this test. Let me make this one ignore as well. I think that leaves 0 tests with 0 failures. Is there a marker for ignore? Okay, let's run those other tests. Okay. Yeah, there was an import menu for about 10 minutes. Well, now I have an open which simulates the import in effect. Oh, one. There's an open file menu which opens up a hard-coded file name, and that was that set that looked like a festival schedule, faked up names and all that. But yeah, there used to just be one button that was like import, and it just turned on the default file full of stuff. Okay, so I'll just say SwiftLint disk. But given that I did open file, open web, open database, I'm pretty sure I stopped using that UI test. All right. Is there a clear? Okay. Let's go back to our issues. It should not be declared as weak. Well, I can make it private. I don't know if it goes here. And I can take off the weak. And I'm going to run, data cell should show up if it's a problem. Accessible. Well, yeah, I don't think that's so good. Creating using interface builder should be avoided. Okay. Well, I'm not going to stick to that advice. Whoops. I mean, is interface builder deprecated, or is this just a SwiftLint thing? I don't know. Okay. Let's get these other weak ones out. No, I think they're still saying private. Class delegate protocol violation. See, I don't think that's going to be right either. Okay, that's not what we're going to get rid of. I don't know what I can do about that. Let's look at those. that's old message, yeah. Okay, let's run it. Huh. Okay. All right, so I did find out one thing I hadn't remembered. I documented this. Let's see, where did I put that? I made a README somewhere. Yeah, so let's show in Finder. Okay, so, whoops. Wrong one. All right, so I just made a bare minimum documentation of what's going on, but I can understand it now. So this one, I'm going to switch over to the file. All right, so let's put the instructor first. Okay, so we see Mozart and so on. Now let's put the instrument second. Oh, I keep forgetting I gotta pause long enough to get a box and then do this. All right, so the star says show everything, and the equal says you've filtered this. So let's filter this to fiddle. Okay, and there's two instructors, Beethoven and Schumann. They're doing fiddle, so it says equals. And I don't know if anybody's doing clavier, but Mozart. Okay. Violin. No. I guess fiddle's the only one that's duplicated. Two different instructors teaching it. Maybe this one. Okay, a couple of these. All right, so yeah, it was a little bit of filtering in there. I don't think I can tap up there. All right, so that's the star. Okay, and so if it's duplicated, it puts the dotted line or dots there. Okay, that's a distraction, but the thing I'm wanting to see is make sure my cells respond and everything. So I guess the weak stuff is worth doing. If Apple's been only recommending it for 8 years, we'll take the leap and jump in. Now these private things, that's kind of annoying. That's pushing me to not reference them outside, which I think is not, I don't know. I don't think it's wrong. This is maybe a little wrong. Well, no, it gives it the cell. So what are you going to do? Okay, what do we got? We're down to 50. That's something. Should be private. Can I do two at a time? Disable rules. Rule 1, Rule 2, Rule 3. No spaces. Okay. This one is private outlet. Okay. And our SwiftLint cruft is outnumbering our regular. I think I gotta paste it right. Now, my longer term goal is to get rid of IB interface builder stuff completely, so I'm not too bugged by it. I guess I'm glad I learned the weak thing. Okay. All right, we are knocking them down. Okay, weak delegates. I'm going to, oh, I missed one. Oh, private action too. Well, now I don't know what this one's just getting on. Prefer object literals over image and color and nits. If it's telling me I should do this in the asset catalog, I don't know. I don't know what the down arrow means. So just say color literal. Okay. My. Extra argument white missing this. Color white alpha 1. Huh. They don't really give away around that one. Yeah, I wonder if it's for Swift UI or I mean they definitely have made you well, I guess for a while you've been able to program UI kit stuff programmatically, but yeah, I don't know why well, I made it a UI color. I'm just puzzled. I mean, I think I can just do this should be the background difference between rows. So let's try let's see if there's a light gray. Yeah. See if that's acceptable. It's going to be a little darker than this, I think, but we'll try it. And it's a little too dark for my taste. Okay. Well, I could probably make them all the same, 0.95. It's funny they don't match these up. I don't know what that arrow means. UI color, UI color. Well, let's try that. See if we get the same warning. And now I can do color literal on that. For integers for object literals. Okay, I don't see much way to win this one. Yeah, I don't like that little emoji either. It's asking, please don't do inline styling. Yeah. I mean, this is, I'm going to keep it the way it is. What was it? I mean, I probably should put it in a catalog instead. And it probably needs to change for dark mode and light mode. Well, this is my test I'm going to probably get rid of. Well, these are easy. Now that one I think I can put at the top of the file without. And if you disable it at the top of the file, it resets at the bottom, so it's not a bad deal. You know, maybe I should do the same thing with private action. Okay, we turned off that one. Maybe segue action. Wow. I guess I'm leaving stuff. Private action. Okay, we got that one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I should or not. I kind of feel like I should be able to have that project file just carry around. The SwiftLint file, you know, and if I start touching it, I'm going to make problems. But maybe I should just say there's a project section and there's a, yeah. I mean, if I'm using it, I'm using it. I don't, yeah, you convinced me. Let's see, do I have that thing here? No. All right. I don't know what files we just, wasn't that one? Well, if I run across it, I'm going to. That is right roll. Well, we're knocking down a ways. Okay, we got the weak delegates left. Oh, here's one I can do. Public subscript. Well, I guess we just need to do it, right? I don't know. See if we can. From the directory you'll run it from, that sort of sounds like one. Oh, okay. Now, how do you know which one you're getting? Hmm. SwiftLint image look like this. Child config, parent config. Well, it looks like there is a way. But again, since I'm just mostly trying to get rid of these in the first place, I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much. Okay, for where clauses are preferred over single line if inside for. Okay, so just after the where. Okay. For this, where this condition I don't know if they'll like that. I don't know. This almost looks better to me. Whoops. This one goes away. Really? We still got these? Let me just clear these errors. Yeah, I mean, that seems good. It's probably something I should learn how to do, but I'm just resisting it today for whatever reason. Yeah. All right. We're knocking down. All right. Okay, weak delegates. Delegates should be weak. Non-class bound, I need to. Well. What did it say again? Weak must not be applied to non-class bound any table change delegate considering protocol performance that has a class bound. Not be applied to any non-class bound any table changed delegate. Non-class bound. Filter table set delegate. Well, that's a weird one. That's the only color. Why does he use that? This is weird. Okay, maybe because I have an error, it's not doing a full analysis. No. Well, let's delete this. We should see a failing test. So that one test should fail, but we shouldn't see any problem with it. Okay. Right, test failed, I hope. Test delegate notified. Okay. But then this is not used. Other than that, so let's run it. And this is filtering, so we demonstrated that before. We know it works. We'll go to that big data set again. I don't like those menus centered. All right, so let's look for people with harpsichord, piano. Okay. And instrument 3, piano. Okay. So some of our piano players also play bass. Okay, I think that's working, and I don't think this is doing anything. Where's that test? Filter table conform to sorting table. Sorting table should be prepared to sort. Okay. But this is weird. Must not be applied to non-class bound any table change delegate, considering a protocol conformance with a class bound. But ironically, nobody is doing it. Protocol should be class only so they can be weekly referenced. Now, this, I think this is the one where they were saying class and we got a complaint about it. We should say any object instead. Okay. Now, on demand is a sorting table. Set delegate, table change delegate. Okay. Class delegate should be class only. I don't know if that helps a weak thing or not. Well, let's try this again now. Is he now a non-class whatever? Maybe we're approaching it. All right, that's where he's supposed to change it to any object. Okay. I guess that must be it. I think maybe it was the issue that you could be passing in a protocol or a class maybe by that same delegate, but I'm not sure. All right, let's run. And I know you can make trouble by rotating. Okay, and that seems okay. Right, okay. All right, well, we've knocked down a bunch of these using class and a class key. Huh. Well, I can fix it here, but it's not going to do anything. No. I don't know how to. I don't know if I can constrain it not to look there. Okay, so what's going on here is you have a tap gesture as well as a button action. Now, I don't know why you have both. Save button. I didn't know that there was a save button. Oh, this must be one of the... I didn't figure out how to get into these. So they say, like, go access the database, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Okay. But this one, I've got a button with no action, and instead I do perform this. I think it should be the same. Include the is button accessibility tray. Tap open the external link. No, I think this should just be that. And then this can go away. Yeah, because, I mean, action is what you get when you tap. And it knows it's a button, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Let me just do a run again. I think it should have... There it is. Okay, I was worried we didn't see this. I know if you switch to this, you kind of make a one-time switch. Okay, accessibility trait for button. One tab, perform toggle override. No idea why I don't just do the action there. Weird. All right. That's Swift spreadsheet. I don't know why it's in the sort tables, but okay. There must be a way to tell SwiftLint to ignore a file. That wasn't what I meant to do. Excluded. All right. Where's it finding this? Well, let's try pods. Excluded colon. Oh, it's already there. So why aren't you excluding it? Do I have to be more specific? I would think pods would say don't look at anything in there. Pods / Swift spreadsheet. I don't like that it's doing it twice. Like one time it thinks it's under SortTables. Okay, it opened the file. It didn't shake me to the folder. I would have thought pods would do it. Spreadsheet, Swift spreadsheet classes. Maybe I'm not supposed to put that. Okay, Swift spreadsheet / Swift spreadsheet / classes. Spreadsheet layout. .swift. And here I am modifying this just for this one. I'm going to do a clear. Well, it seems to be the same one. I don't know how I guess it's running it each time. Oh, and that's not a SwiftLint issue. That's a compiler complaint. Okay, pod build settings. Or in here. Let's try that one. Okay, so I can take this back out. Okay. Find my pod file. Well, I think we'll do this. Not sure that one matters. Target SortTables. Oops. Okay. We'll do a clean. Okay. Okay. Well, that one didn't work. What was the other approach? Go to your pod's build settings. Your pod project. Do I have a project pods? Well, does this mean I've been doing something wrong? Pods. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's called something different. None of those sound like that. There it is. All right. Save configuration view. All right. Well, we went from over 1,000 errors yesterday afternoon, first thing, to theoretically none. I don't know if it's still trying to push them out, but that's good. I don't think any were catching any real problems. Well, I don't know. Maybe the weak stuff was. There may have been some memory issue or something that were made worse. But the code's all a little more consistent, a little cleaner, and that's a good thing. All right. Let's take that break that we usually do, and we'll see. 3 or 4 minutes. So we'll come back, and I think we'll switch over to that EGTest issue. I do want to get that done before I lose track of it, even though it's not a direct influence on this. So anyway, see you in a few minutes. Welcome back. All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit. We open Collide, and I know we had the issue in here, so let's look for file colon as a text. So file colon is used in Xcode calls to let you put your own file in, and if we do it with, we make an EG version of this, we would have just the computed value $0, and then file and line, it would know to take care of those automatically. So let's pull up an example of that. This won't edit it for real, but we can at least see it. So extensions, no, it's on this one. Yeah, EGTest. Okay, so here you can see if we just pass in the actual value and the expected value, then we can let this thing compute the file and line. And you don't have to put that in your call. So here we'll put the expected and then add that fuzz. But we'll just do it as an extension on this now. I think we do it like this. Okay, so what was angle tests? And I'm just going to do it up here just to keep it close. Extension EG input output. Okay, and then may I just say EG? Oh, these aren't even in there. Okay, they're just global. Just global. All right, let's not do that. Let's just make this up. EG assert equal, equatable input, expected, and then we want to add accuracy. And fuzz is a double. Yeah. Okay. Let's find, I guess, XCT assert equal. Maybe we can just find documentation. Assert equal. I don't know how we're going to find all these. Assert equal. There's about 1 million of these. It's bound to find. That's interesting. Oh. Equal accuracy. Well, that's a macro. They definitely changed how they did things. Boolean assertions. Assert true. No, that's not it. Nil, not nil. Assert equal. Well, what are we calling over here? Oh, maybe so. I don't know. I don't think it does, because I think there's an equality that doesn't use it, and then one that takes it as a double that does use it. Should I get here? Need A? Okay. XCT assert equal accuracy. Nothing message. File colon line colon. Maybe I didn't put file colon line colon. File colon line colon. Actual expected of T equatable. Maybe it only takes, no, assert equal T, where T's floating point. Is that the only accuracy one? No. Let's add that extra constraint. So this is T. I guess if it used single float, we'd be fine with it. Okay, so it is a T now. Okay, so just a float or a double or whatever comes along. Yeah. Well, that looks like it's happy enough. Let's build it. Make sure that's okay. Then we're going to use it. And we just need to pass $0 and the accuracy. I don't know, just to make this extremely clear what's going on. Actual expected accuracy. Okay. Both these should pass. Let's not run on my iPad. Excuse me. So slow. Oh, we still got. Not sure where it's even running. Oh, there it is. Well, we'll let that run. Look around over here some more. Okay, so the thing I haven't done is open up the interface builder. Let's make sure we got nothing checked out, because if I break anything, I definitely don't want to look at that. Okay. All right. Okay, so I got to refresh myself on all this, but you have the pieces here. I don't know what that text is. You got the controller, first responder, and the exit. Okay, storyboard entry point here. And then let's shrink this. Okay, yeah. So there's 3 places you can go that correspond to the menu. Hosting controller. I'm not sure what's on that one. Okay. Present modally. Excuse me. We can segue from one to the other, I guess. All right, open database controller. Where'd my zoom go? Okay, label, title, error message. Okay, file name, open, constraints, all the drawing stuff that's unbearable. All right, open web page controller, not much there. Now this one, I feel like there's, I don't know what this is. Oh, hosting controller lets you wrap a SwiftUI component in a normal view. Well, nothing here is doing anything for me. Empty decoration. This is just a cell, I think. Column header. So the label, and you can see our star and our up-down button. And a row header, just a label. Header cell view, okay. And then data cell is the contents. It's still a UI object. All right. Well, I heard something. Yeah, it's no, I think we're using I switched to Swift UI halfway through the project, or at least for parts of it. There's a moderately, I thought I had some fairly elaborate setup for the SQL stuff, but I have to create a database and figure out how to access it first. All right, I heard the tests run though, so okay, everything ran. Let's muck with one. 0.1 thousandth. That should fail. Should run a lot quicker. I still got some sort of problem. Okay, yeah, so that test fails. And this is what we want. See, it marks this line so that file colon line colon puts the error message right here. If I didn't do that, it would mark the error messages down here on the assertEqual, which is pretty not so helpful because you don't know which test case blew it up. Just saying, okay, this line failed with one of your tests. So I was very happy to make that work. That was kind of my highlight of this project, really. Okay, even though EGTest did all the work of having file and line there, but it's to let you do layers of software like this. All right. Anything else? Okay, so let's just switch to it now. We saw it fail and we saw it pass. Okay, same thing here. Expect accuracy fuzz, and then we don't need these. Oh, we had no message. Oh, interesting. So when something failed here, let's see, the old one also lacked a message. Oh, well, let's. Accuracy is not equal to that. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, let's put this back for a minute. Accuracy. Let's put the message in. $0.message. Message. Or we can use message. Okay. We'll run these again. And we should get a more, this part of the message should be in there. Expected message. Is it not being used? Well, yes, there's already a test running. Oh. Something weird. Can never tell if it's really testing or not. Oh, started up another clone. Good. All right, I'm going to bounce around. I'm too impatient. Okay, let's see where. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm going to revert this because I probably bumped something. I need any of these. Okay. Thing's still running. I don't know. All right, let's build this one anyway. The storyboards are very touchy sometimes. All right, so that build. All right, so let's look around somewhere, and I think it's actually up a level, 2 levels. I thought I had a database kicking around. All right, let's do this with this. Code's fine. Metrics. Sortable data. Okay, that's the file we generated from. That's the old. Well, I think that was one of my early sketches, at least for this project. Okay, that test finished. Oh, I got another one running. Okay. Test finished. Oh, jeez. See if it starts clone 4. Okay. Where's this? There we go. Okay. Primary key, secondary key, tertiary, not a key. We order headers. Okay, that's just a diagram. Sort of the inspiration stuff. Stories. No. That seems like reference. TCR, no. Well, where did I have a database? Joins, that sounds promising. Code SortTable resources. Okay, so that's actually in here. Oh yeah, okay. So maybe we can just say joins.sqlite3 and actually run it. Yeah, click on it, it changes. Oh, true, it may have upgraded. Okay, open database. Joins.sqlite3. Not found. Now, I thought the resources would be somewhere I could get to. All right, so let's show this. Now I thought that would. I know that used to put out an error, a message that said where was the folder it was using. I don't know. Okay, let's check over here, see how this is doing. Okay, there's a failure. Yeah, okay, so we get the message from the fuzz comparison, and then we get our message appended to it, just above 2 times pi wraps. Okay. I know what I just did. All right, let's take this back out. And we don't put the line number in ours. I don't know why that's not there. Oh, this is message. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Oh, shoot. I don't think I'll get it in time. The MSG prints the line if it has one. Okay. So this shows up in my resources. This shows up in my. Oh, that's something else. This, that's definitely something else. This one, code sort table resource, archive. Yeah, now the weird thing to me is it should be, I mean, if it's in the resources, I would have thought it got deployed with the thing. Is that, because, I mean, it's finding sample festival. Now, I don't know why my debug is not putting out anything. So debug info should print out document directory, which, well, let's see what happens. Okay, excuse me just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. All right, while we were off, this thing beeped. It did not get my last minute edit in time. I don't know why it's so slow. Now it goes to clone 2, even though it just did clone 3. Clone 3 does have a copy there. I don't know. But it says it's testing. Okay. Yeah, so I'm very puzzled. Does this mean my tap change was there for a reason? Okay. Menu. User action. Alert.add action. Well, this is getting the debug info. I mean, it's the button that's supposed to do it. Let's put a break here. Open database. It's like I'm not connected, so let's make sure. Yeah. Jones.SQLite 3. File not found. What else we got? Open web page server. Perform segue should switch over to the web page entry. .SQLite RC seems to be the default config name. Okay, let's try that. I'm not sure that this is the real SQLite config. It's okay. Boom. Something's weird. Okay, how's this doing? All right, there's our messages. Yeah, they're the same now. Okay. Concentrate on this. So I'm going to take this one out. This is probably close. It should be X. 0 expect accuracies fuzz. Same, but this one's Y. File not found. Okay. Maybe it's bad luck to run two of these at once. I don't know. Seems like I've done stuff like that before. Why? Okay, this is iPad Pro. All right, we'll let this one finish and switch over and focus on this instead of trying to just bounce between them. I know it's better in some sense to not be bouncing back and forth because you miss details and run it before you actually finished editing and things like that. Installing, launching, testing. Okay. I think the config file is. I think I have a screen that lets you take like the table and maybe you can map the fields from the table name to your name or something. I can't remember what we did with that at all. Well, let's look for Swift UI. See what we did. Okay, table controller. Well, that doesn't look very Swifty. UI hosting controller, that probably is database view. Okay. Yeah, so, okay. We have a database section. We put the tables in. I think maybe you select the row, select the tables you want to include, or select the fields, and then we have. I don't know what this one is. Header tag. View. Save config. Oh, so you can say save config. Okay. That's this thing. Some interesting issue with tap. Database configuration.save. We have a text field with the file name and a button. Okay. And allow overwrite. Okay, so yeah, we don't let you change it. Yeah, I think it's nothing to do with SQLite. It really is this configuration, and I don't remember where it puts it. I mean, it saves to a file name, but where it gets that file name, I don't know. All right, how's this guy doing over here? He's still installing. Oh my goodness. Have I got two of these running? No, I just screwed myself. Okay. Let's kick that off. All right. So I think that would let me edit those files. Well, he's trying. Okay. It was open database is I think what we want to use. And this well, one of my features I want is like show the list of databases that you have access to on your local system, because then you could just click one and you would know what was there. Okay. But I'm even more of a beginner than 2 years ago than I was now. So didn't think to do that, or didn't know how to do it, or didn't get there, or what. All right. So yeah, so it was this database configuration stuff that lets you choose which ones are in or out and stuff like that. Both joins. I think maybe you can pick which tables to use and what to join them on or something like that. Yeah. So what would be a good step? I mean, I think the real thing. Well, let's go here. So this spreadsheet, it basically provides the rows and columns. It provides header rows and header column headers, row headers and column headers. It also provides footers. Let's get to the big set. I think, well, one of my plans, yeah, we don't really have it now. Okay, so this 150 says there are 150 rows, and then the bar controls anything to the left of the bar, sorts it. Now, at some point, my ambitions were that you'd be able to put operators corresponding to these columns and see the values down here. But I don't have that in place. Okay. All right. These tests all completed. That's a good thing. Okay. So now I'm going to open up the other project, pull this in, and go through the gyrations we go through there. And that I probably should just focus on this because I want to get it done today, not drag it out. Okay, EGTest. I think I have to open it like that. It's not a project. It's a, I don't know what the word is, but it's a package. Okay, README. Good choice. Okay, so we're going to add some assert methods. Okay, top level functions. Assert equal. All right. Now to get that text on that. Where T colon, yeah, that's a. Okay. Actual expected accuracy. Actual expected accuracy, good. Okay, so that's true. Now let's well, that's not what I wanted. All right, let's func test EG assert equal with accuracy. Well, we probably don't need all these. Actually, I don't even need any of that, right? I can just say EG assert equal. Okay, so expect, let's just do eg.input, eg accuracy 1.001, and probably this is the more accurate place to simulate 0001. Well, let's put it closer. Okay, so this test shouldn't, well, it shouldn't run yet because we don't have the function. All right, and EG. It looks like we're just using message here. Maybe we better do that there too. Okay. And then I'm going to mess this up. Accuracy. Dash 1,000/1,000. Will that screw up my test? Okay, let's see if this fails. What are we running on? My Mac, okay. Why? Oh, because he is within the range. All right. Oh, and this should not be 1. Okay, this should fail. We'll make a test like this as well. I don't know, hear my disk chewing away a bit, but I don't see any action here. There we go. Okay, should get an error message. All right. With fuzz. Okay, and now if I do 0, 0, 0, this should pass. Okay. And let's make another test. Okay, so we'll need this. One 1.0009. Let's make this. Okay, and you get this gray warning box that says it was expected to fail, and it does. Okay, yes, that is correct. Okay, we'll run all those tests. Okay, expect failures. Yep, okay, good. All right. So I think we can check this in. I think I just want to commit. And okay, so this is a change you can tell adding things to the API, so it should go up 1.050. I should be able to push this. Okay, now this one. Well, let's push this. Okay, and then I want to update this. Oh, how do you do that? Is that on here? No, it's on here somewhere. Update package. No. Oh, I have to go to, what's that called? Did I leave myself a clue? I don't think I did. Okay. Oh, shoot. My push, I did not mark this. I don't remember if I have to do, I think I have to go into, oh, there it is. Okay. I thought I had to go into the package manager place and do that. Okay, so hopefully I see something about assert equal with accuracy. Okay. And now we can go in here, remove this. Let's do a clean build. Clean the build. What? Build succeeded. Okay, get there eventually. I don't even remember where I do that Swift package manager stuff. That's it. No, somewhere I'm supposed to update this. Oh, a few hours after it releases. Okay. All right. Well, I heard a good beep. Okay, test completed. Everything's fine. Uses this. No longer has it there. All right. So we update EGTest and use the version assertEqual that supports accuracy. Okay. And push. All right. So I think we've done what we have to here. I have a place or two I announce it, but that's something I can do outside after I make sure the package indexer thing gets it. But I feel better about doing this. You know, the EGTest, whenever it gets stuff that makes it do things, it really seems important to keep it updated. There are a few users out there besides me, and I use it a fair bit. All right. Well, this thing looks like it's all still working, so I don't think we've messed anything up. The SQLite thing is the puzzler. Why? Well, the puzzler is why that doesn't run. I mean, this seems to be that. Okay, let's rerun. Oh, I should mention I'm going to be off next week. I'll probably, on the week after, which is Thanksgiving week, I'll probably do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but not Thursday. Too many family obligations on Thursday to try and fit that into. Okay, one of the two will be used. Yeah, it's always a little weird to get that message. Pods dummy Swift spreadsheet is implemented in both. I don't know. All right, so if I do debug info, here we go. Okay, let's continue. Yes, this mess. Is that it? No. Okay, I've got the contents there. Let's take this off and continue. Okay, so invalid.txt. I don't even know what that is. Invalid JSON. Test DB. We can look with Adam. I think this might be a configuration file, but it's new. I don't know what that is. All right, this is documents. Base. It seems like a bunch. Other. Okay, Adam, what you got? Application. None of this sounds like my application. Well, this thing's on some horrible path that's specific to this simulator. Data. Well, that's my documents folder. Okay, well, what we got, selected columns, ID, time slot. So ID, time slot, instructor, foreign key, name, instrument, class joins this, something, database name test.db. So this is the stored configuration stuff I was talking about. I remember nothing about it, but it's supposed to be a visual thing. Well, let's see what this thing does. I haven't opened Leah in forever. All right, well, let me add in here to our to-do, address SwiftLint issues. We did. We also made compiler stop warning on pod errors, and we updated EGTest with a new assertEqual with accuracy. Fuzz. Update EGTest, yes. Okay. Where would we, let's see. Not sure if I have Adam. Leah. I don't even know if I've run it since updating to my M1 a while back. Okay, Adam is still there. All right. Okay, well, we'll stop here. So I think, well, we've done a good thing. We got all those SwiftLint things cleaned up. Like I said, I think it's nothing fixed any particular actual errors, but it does make the code a lot more standard for others to look at and consistent for me to look at. So it's definitely worth the day and a half or whatever it was, or session and a half, I should say. We got things updated, so I think everything is ready for us to do some exploration. And I think the real exploration for me is figure out if the Swift UI equivalent of a table has movable columns, header and footer rows, and so on. If those things exist, I think it's feasible to consider replacing it, and I'd like to if it's possible. They may not be mature enough. I mean, they certainly weren't 2 years ago, 3 years ago. All right. Well, thanks for joining today. Tomorrow, 2 to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time or 7 to 9:30 UTC. And thanks for joining. Take care. Bye-bye.